Last week we made a post on Instagram asking for your questions for the Montana application strategy for deer and elk. Right now I'm going to dive through a bunch of those questions and answer them for you to help you out in the complicated Montana system. First off, we have a question from A. Hansen 555. If I apply as a party as a non-resident with a friend who's a resident, how does that affect my draw odds? Well, simple answer is it severely impacts your draw odds. So if you apply as a non-resident with a resident, you're going to be considered a non-resident in the drawing, so it's going to limit you to up to 10% of the permits. But right away, if the non-resident doesn't draw that combo tag, your application is essentially thrown out. Question from Eric_B_twinning. Can you just buy points without applying? If so, how? Yes, actually you can. There's now a new application for just points only. Montana made this change after the 2017 period. So it's going to be from July 1st through September 30th. You can apply for all the bonus points for all species, whether it's cow, elk, antelope species, all the bull, buck, and you can also apply for the non-resident preference point during that period as well. So again, that's July 1st through September 30th. All right, this is a unique question from VinVan406. Can you get a come home to hunt tag if you only possessed a fishing license previously? So you can get a come home to hunt tag if you have previously hunted or fished in Montana. The only caveat is you also need to have a sponsor who is possessing a 2018 hunting license and also is related within second degree of kinship. It's a kind of a unique situation, but it's a way to get a tag in the Montana draw. All right, this question is from Brad_Ableton. In Montana, do you have to pay the permit fees up front? Unfortunately, yes, in Montana, you have to pay the permit fees up front for all the species. So the big game combination license, that's your elk and deer, that's going to be $1,041. The deer combo is $625, and the elk only combo is $885. Question from, looks like a David L_Richter. What are the over-the-counter opportunities like in Montana for elk, deer, and antelope? And unfortunately, there really isn't any over-the-counter opportunities in Montana for a non-resident. In years past, you could pick up a leftover deer permit, but that all changed last year. They're all sold out in the main draw. So best advice right now is to apply in the main draw if you're hoping to hunt Montana in 2018. They do eventually have leftovers. People turn their tag back in, but it's not a safe bet to bank on, so you should just apply in the main draw. All right, this question is from Leland_blank77. Can you talk about how to turn in a general tag in Montana if you draw elsewhere? If you get your points back, and what part of the state do the general tag mainly apply? Once you draw your tag, you can request an 80% refund by August 1st. Then after August 1st, up until the opening of the general season, you get a 50% refund, but you do not get your bonus points back. It's the only downfall in the system. And the second part about the general tag, it's good for basically the entire state. You have very limited amount of permit districts for mule deer, mainly in the southwest corner of Montana, Rocky Mountain front, and then elk permits are mainly, the Breaks area, southeast Montana. There's a lot of good general opportunities in Montana. Very, very useful. Definitely, I suggest jump on Insider, check out our filtering 2.0, and you can search easily by all your general options. Question from Caleb Miller 94. He has an awesome last name. Planning on applying in a group of 4, but I'm the only person with a point, and I only have 1 point. Will our group have any advantage over those with no points? Again, this is a tough one too, because unfortunately in Montana, the way the system works is they're going to average all your points and round to the nearest whole number. So if he has 1, the other guys have 0, they'll average out to 0.25, and then that's going to average back down to 0. So he has no benefit applying as someone else who has, 0 points. Question from C. Williams 77. Were you able to buy a preference point when you received a big game combo last year? So yeah, this is a little hidden gem. That bonus point and preference point application period, that's from July 1st through September 30th. Last year, you were actually able to draw a deer tag, hunt in 2018, and then you still could buy preference points later. I know it worked because I did that myself because I want to hunt again this year. Check it out this year again, make sure that option's still there, but you can definitely get a tag this year and then buy that preference point so it'd be good again for the following year. This question is from Barlett Kenneth. Non-resident big game combo plans for 2018. Apply or wait for any unsold? My advice right now, definitely apply in 2018 in the main draw if you want to hunt Montana. Last year, a bunch of the deer tags were all sold out in the main draw. They did have a few leftovers that were turned back in, but I wouldn't bank on that. Normally those leftover lists are posted in May, but if you want to hunt right now, you definitely should apply for elk and deer by March 15th. All right, so hopefully that'll answer a bunch of you guys' questions on the complicated Montana draw system. You know, we're always trying to do more and more of these, so if you like what you see, you know, give us a subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, check us out on Facebook, and we'll try to do much more that you guys like to see.